output session. So today I'll be conducting the output session. Meena, Madhu, at least while you speak, I want you to turn on your videos. Okay. Second. So before we get into the session, I want to just reiterate on few things. Second. So I want to reiterate on few things because we are going to be a public speaker. So today the scenario is the next speaker is not available. So everybody will try to talk. Of course, the initial time set was 3 minutes, but now the scenario would be like the speaker is not available, the next speaker, and you have an extension of 2 more minutes. So I would expect all the participants to present for 5 minutes, every participant. And just to reiterate on what needs to be followed. So first thing is please try to use quotes, use nice quotes for your speech. And also I request you to avoid using clutch words, no repeated sentences probably, and try to apply the OBC technique. OBC means you should have opening, body, and closing. Eye contact to the audience. So here the eye contact, you cannot either use B or W or Z technique. So I advise you to see the camera and see and then speak, and have a time management. Okay, so of course the time is 5 minutes, so have a clock ticked. And hopefully you all are very good with the content preparation, so you would have applied the technique of IW1H probably, or and then apply the ABCD technique. So and then have a smile on your face depending on the topic. So depending on the lines, you just change your expressions accordingly, and try to create a curiosity among the audience, maybe to get their attention if possible. So deliver speech in the same pace from start to end. um, of course, greet everyone in the starting and ending of the talk. So these are the things which everybody of us should remember as a public speaker. So now we will be starting our output session. The output session today is mainly about talking about your career or your study goals, because we have a mixed crowd here. We have a mixed crowd of both students and the working professionals. So that's why today's output session is about that. So if you are a student, you can talk about your goal as a student, or if you want to talk about your career because you are like in the phase of getting trained and you want to talk about your career, you can talk about that. Or if you want to talk a mixed talk where you will be as a student and also you will be working on your career, so you can talk about that too, because I'm seeing Ian Weston in the is traveling in that boat, so he can mix both and he can talk. It's up to the speaker. So we will be starting the session now. So if anybody has any questions about the output, you can just ask now. Otherwise, I'll just give 3 seconds, or no, 3 seconds is too early. I'll give 5 seconds time if everybody is okay. Then it means that if nobody asks any questions, then within 5 seconds, I'll assume that all is okay, and then we'll go ahead with the session. Okay. So hello all, welcome. So who will be going first? Rohan, you'll go first. I'm not seeing you. You should, yeah, very good. Yeah. Make your camera clear. So adjust the focus of your camera. You're like looking very blur. Still blur. No, I'm still seeing you blur. Okay, are you ready? Maybe you should turn on your camera because uh, I want to see your body language. So I want to see how your hand movements are. So I would advise you to just little bit lower your camera lens so that I can see you at least until the place where you can lift your hands like this and show. Okay, Rohan. Yeah, but you're little blur, Rohan. You're blur. You need to change something in your settings. Just check. You want some more time, Rohan, to make it right? Hello. Okay. So I will go with I will come to you as a next participant. So before that, can you fix your camera lens? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So who will go next? Meena ma'am, can you go next? Ah, Rohan, you're clear now. Good. I want volunteers. Okay. This is the platform because we all are like traveling almost from 25th of last month. So we all know each other, right? So we should volunteer ourselves here to present. That's okay, even if something needs to be corrected, that's all okay. But volunteering is the first step. Meena ma'am, you're presenting? You will give first? Ian, Ian Weston.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I will
Sir, spotlight him, sir. One second. How do I spotlight you? Lakshman sir, can you spotlight Ian?
Yes,
Okay, sir. Yeah.
let's go start.
Okay. You can start, Ian.
Uh, First of all, good morning, everyone, and good evening to Canadians. And my name is Amish Paul. I'm from India. Today's output session is all about goal settings. Means how should I have to plan to achieve our goals? What steps we need to follow? And we can say one example also. Strength is power and weakness is death. And we can see if we are having any goal, we have to firstly know about the goal. Firstly, uh, we need to clarify and check with seniors and everyone, and we need to take the guidance from the people who are achieving well, who are well in their career. We should have to check firstly about that. Firstly, if we having any thought in our mind, firstly we have to note down in the notebook. After that, so that we can get to know what needs to be done. Is this right or wrong? What makes what can we change in here? And uh, and if we having any doubt, we can check with the seniors. Firstly, we have clarity on what we are going. After that, if we are getting clarity means we have to firstly implement. Like firstly, what needs to be done means if it is a we have to think like time based. We have to we think this we can be done we can done until next month, we can do next year, next day. We have to think like that on that type of goals. We have to firstly follow that one, and we should have to complete that one. After that, if we having any doubt means firstly if we complete first one means we can get some other new thoughts. In that new thoughts only we can get to complete another next one also, so that we have to do like this. After that, and we have to go to next step. After that, first we and a clear vision will give the clear statement on what we are going, and means goal is not at all about simply almost everyone will say you have to if you have to be well in your career, you should have goal. For that, you should have to work hard. Everyone will say, but firstly you have that thought. I need to become this one. I need to become pilot. I need to become engineer. You should have to be there. Firstly, uh, you should have to get to know uh, on this type of I need to be a doctor, I am an artist. If you're having any skills or anything on that type of things only, you should have to go. Because if you like if you are interested in artist, suppose if you are interested in artist, but your parents will say you have to be a doctor, you need to study by PC, you need to do medical. They say like that means if, on that time only, if you are okay with your parents and you go according to their rule means it would surely ruin your career. That's why firstly you need to convince your parents on what basis you have to go in your achieve in your life and achieve your goals. And so in that way we can make tremendous results. And we also feel very happy if you do whatever makes us happy, and whatever is the growth we can um, accept from that. And and for this thing, in the conclusion, I would have to say about that. uh, and firstly, we no need to think about other public who will say negative about others, so who will judge for others if you are in particular situation. So firstly, we have to neglect everyone's thought or anything. And if they say anything also, you should have to accept. If they say anything also, you should have to be spontaneous. You should have to give answer like and I'm going to do this thing. I will do like that. You should have to be there. But just say negative immediately means you should simply say they are saying like that. I can't able to do anything. If you will do like this means you can't able to achieve anything in your career. For that, you need to have to get you need to have to be confidence on what you are doing. If they take 5 years or 10 years, anything also, you should have to be systematic, and you should have to be dedicated to that work. And patience is also main important. Without patience, if you do 5 years, 10 years also, if you don't have interest means you can't able to do. That's why patience is also very important. And uh, and with this I'm concluding. That's
Okay. Um, yeah, yes, Ian. So you used a quote, but you could have, because you are in a different stream, because you are getting trained, you are working, and also you will be like studying, correct? So this is really a good opportunity for you to take yourself as an example and say while you are presenting. Because if you say if you say very real life examples, okay, only then it will be very good. And for that you need not go or search anywhere, because you yourself are an example for that. because you have just finished your college, inter
intermediate.
college, and then you have started your career path, and then you will be also studying, and by the end of 3 years or 5 years, depending on what you will be working on, you will be doing more than a person who will be like just finishing his college and then starting his career. So you could have started like why goal is very important, and you would have set an example of yours itself. Why did you, as a person, after you finished intermediate, why did you not pursue college, and why did you go to, or why did you opt such course, right? So this would have really impressed everybody else, and it would have given a thought process, or it would have triggered a thought process for others also, that oh okay, there is such options where we can design my goals in such a way that within 5 years I can be in this place. And
Yeah.
yeah, the conclusion was little blunt. You took it little good in the middle phase. Conclusion was like little quickly you concluded, and I could see pauses in between, uh, which means that you were trying to frame. So you could have concentrated much more on the content preparation. And other advice I always give to you people as a public speaker is, whenever you are traveling, whenever you are going somewhere, or whenever some occasion is coming, right, I always ask you people to think about that occasion and do some writing, keep it ready, so that next time when you speak, that preparing like this often will help you to quickly speak on some vacation and give a quick talk. So this is a plus for every public speaker. If you see, I know one speaker who creates stories always with very incident he sees. So that's a big plus, because he takes topics on that and he always creates stories. And whenever he takes a session, the session will be unique from last session to this session. This means he is changing his examples, he is changing his way of presenting, right? Because if we follow the same method, then we will be like okay for the first 5-10 times, but then again we might be stuck there. So just to take this as a feedback for your improvement. And here there is nothing we are saying that you are good, you are bad. This is just a feedback for your improvement as a public speaker. Just take it in a sportive way and do well. But when compared to last time, you are good, but you can still improve and excel. Actually, because you have that capability. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Very chance.
sure. Okay, who is next? Rohan, now you are ready. I think your camera is all good. Sir, only Meena madam is spotlighted, sir. Can you spotlight Rohan, sir? No.
Who is next? Meena ma'am.
No, I think Rohan is going to give
Rohan,
now.
are you ready? Start, Rohan.
Hello,
Hi, Rohan.
hello, I'm Rohan.
Yeah, Yes, Rohan. We are hearing you.
Hello, I am Rohan, and my speech is um
You're on mute. Rohan, you're there?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, turn on your video and then you can you're turned on your video. Yeah, you can present.
I don't know what to present.
Today's topic is you should talk about your study goals. Anything you have as a goal for your study because you're studying, or you have planned for your career even after you finish your study. You can talk about that too.
Okay. Hello, my name is Rohan, and I will talk about my study goals. So I am going into grade 12 in September, so this year will be important for me as this is where my marks matter, where I can get into a good university. So what I will do is I will make sure to review all the material that we learn in the school every day. As before, I wasn't really reviewing it every day, which causes me to not get as high marks. So if I am able to get high enough marks, the main universities that I want to attend in Ontario is probably the University of Western, Waterloo, Guelph, or Ottawa. So if I get into one of the programs that I want in those universities, then I will choose the most likely a science or engineering program, as those are what I am most interested in. After I choose, after I go into the engineering or science program, I also need to work hard so I'm able to graduate and get a degree.
Okay, you finished? I couldn't hear you.
Continue, Rohan, continue.
Continue, Rohan. You're doing good. Continue.
I don't know what else that I can say because I don't know what I'm going to do after I graduate the universities.
But while you are in the university and you take the science course, what all you can do, you can talk about that. How will you excel in your studies? How will you set your goals? How will you manage your time? How will you improve your credits?
So the main way that I will study well in university is that instead of going to all these different, instead of just sitting at home and wasting time and watching like social medias, I'll instead be studying for the tests, and also I plan to work in some job if I'm able to have the time from studying.
Yeah. You have anything else to share? You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Rohan, you are like um, I mean, at least in this level, at the session level, you are like really doing good. Initially, you were like not sure why you are like hesitant to speak, but now at least you are like trying to speak, and it's good that you have your goals set as very important, that to get a uh, good university. So you were able to clearly present why your what is the importance of your goal, so that you were able to present. And of course you did a good thing in opening at least, but next maintaining the body and the conclusion can be improved, because you just stopped. So this means content preparation you might need to concentrate a little bit more. And of course, I'm not sure how much did you practice before you present here. So I would advise you to just prepare there, because this content preparation is not only here, right? You will be presenting so many things. You need to use seminars during your college days, or I don't know, in high school also nowadays. I think they ask you to prepare something and present something. So in that case, I would want you to concentrate on content preparation, because this will be the key. Even though this is like contributing only 7%, without this content you cannot speak, because you have like time of almost 5 minutes, and you finished it even before that. So I would advise you to do that. And there will be some more sessions coming up which will help you to improve your modulation of speaking. I think that sessions will help you, because I see only the way you speak is monotonous sometimes. That way, if you there are some more sessions which will help you to improve that. So I'm not going to say anything in that area. Otherwise, another thing is I would advise you to check your camera and make it ready, and don't hesitate to turn on your mic and speak, because here we all are known to each other, we all are trying to improve each other. So don't hesitate to turn on your mic and speak, until unless the speaker says show me using gestures or reactions, you do that. Otherwise, please feel free to turn on your camera and speak. Okay, but you are doing good. I am happy that you are speaking now, and I need not keep calling you. That has improved. Okay, Madhu, you will go next.
Can I go later?
Okay. Meena ma'am or Shekhar sir, you will go next, sir.
Shall I continue, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Shekhar sir, you can go next. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah. Happy morning to all the participants from India, and happy evening to the participants from Canada. My name is S.N.A. Shekhar. I presently a working professional from a public sector undertaking, Government of Telangana, by name KTPS, that is Kottagudem Thermal Power Station, a power generating corporation, which is located in Kottagudem Bhadradri district, from the young state of India, that is 29th state of India, that is by name Telangana, a 10 years old state. Recently, I have attended a session by our great Guruji, Gampa Nageshrao Garu, and got inspired to become a public speaker as well as a trainer. So, under that, I have recently joined and completed a Train the Trainer workshop under the guidance of Srinivas Permandla, the Executive Director of ICI Club. Apart from that, as I want to switch over to a new role, that is a public speaker or a coach, or you say a life skills coach. So in that, I want to get myself transformed into a complete coach. To take that, I want to educate people, that is from school-going children as well as the people from the tribal area where I presently work, to educate them, to train them, to upgrade their skills, to come up in their life. Apart from that, even I want to educate my fellow colleagues who are leading their life without some work-life balances and emotional intelligence, something like that. So apart from that, I also educate the so people from the society so that they can improve their lifestyles. To conclude, I want to upgrade my skills to become a full-time coach as a public speaker and a trainer. With this, I conclude my career goal, then oblique goal setting. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I could see the confidence when you speak. There is whatever you spoke, even though the time you took was very less, but at least you were able to present confidently, because speaking is the first step for us to improve. And another thing is, yeah, maybe self introduction, yes, was there, but you could have still made it short, and you could have talked more about the goals. And you could have said, like, okay, what was your goal when you were growing up, and how did you attain this government job? Maybe that was your goal. I don't know. And then you could have taken your life itself as an example. Why that you transformed as a public speaker? What did you see that you set this as a goal? Right? You would have faced so many things in your life, correct? Which would have triggered you to become a public
Okay.
speaker. So because only then, if you are not taking you as an example or somebody else as an example, it's very difficult to make someone sit and listen to you. So try to try to do that. But one thing I'm very happy with you is, when I said, sir, go ahead, you said you just opened up and you spoke, and you didn't make any delays here and there. And when we were speaking also, I think you were clear. You didn't repeat much. There was no clutch words, which means that was not there. You didn't think. Whatever content was there, you presented. But manage your time, because as a speaker, time management becomes primary. And just use such examples and use the OBC techniques. Apply apply ABCDE technique, and then I think you can still do more, sir. Yeah, but nice. Everybody is really doing good. Yeah.
Before that, I would like to I have not jotted down some points to.
Super, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is important. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, Meena ma'am, you are there? I'm asking.
Madhu, Meena ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, hi. Actually, sorry, I have to step out, so I'm not like exactly prepared. Probably like tomorrow I can talk, but not today.
Okay, Madhu, so can you present?
Also one question, the Satish Kumar Tumudal sir he has not joined? Like I thought he was. Okay. Because I saw him
No,
from there.
today, yeah, I know. Today, he has not joined. He'll be joining tomorrow. So that's why I am just taking the output session. Um, I said that in the beginning only. So today I'll be only taking this session. Yeah. Madhu, are you ready?
Mm,
No? Okay, you can speak for 3 minutes. That's also okay. Speak.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I'm Madhu, and I just graduated high school in June. And I wanted to talk about like some of the things that I found were helpful during school to like maximize the learning, and things that I hope to incorporate throughout my entire career in education, like my entire academic career, and maybe even more in the workplace as well, because we need to continuously keep learning, no matter what. Um, so one of the main things that I found is best is to set goals based on things that you can actually control rather than what you can't. You can't control how strict a teacher is at marking your tests or assignments or stuff like that, but you can control how much effort and time you put in to everything that you do. So you should focus on that rather than things that you can't control, because those are actually achievable. So even if your grade isn't as good as you'd like it to be, the fact that you put as much effort into it as possible will be a win for you. Um, and the other thing is that you should focus on building good habits. So whether that's like doing homework every day or starting as an assignment as soon as it's assigned to you, this makes it a lot easier to make sure that you don't procrastinate later on. And it makes it so that you don't rush and you consistently put out quality work. Another thing is that you need to make sure that your working environment, whether that be like a desk at school or your office desk, is clear, because your mind is, I mean, your work environment is it's a representation of your mental state. Okay, sorry about that. You want to make sure that your environment is clear, because that's a reflection on your mental state. So if it's consistently cluttered around and stuff, then it will be hard for you to focus. So if there's not many distractions, that will make it much easier for you to focus. And you also need to know the times when you're most productive and focus your high energy tasks for that specific time. So, for example, if you know that you're not very good at writing essays, then you should set the time to be you're where you have the most energy, because that will be when you're most likely to complete doing it. So like if you're a morning person, you could do it right early in the morning. And if you're a night owl, you could do it in the nighttime. So another thing is that you need to make sure that you're prepared before you go into school. So this will make sure that you focus more on learning rather than trying to get all the information down and learning it later, this will actually make a lot better use of your time in class. And another thing I wanted to talk about is the quote, focus on being productive instead of being busy. And this was from an Instagram account, Exam Grade Booster. So even if you spend a lot of time doing something, a lot of time could be wasted just doing mindless things. And it will you spend a lot of time doing mindless things, and if you keep doing you spend a lot of time doing mindless things, and if you don't, I'm sorry, I just hear Rohan's microphone and I can't focus because I keep hearing my voice. It's so annoying. Like I can hear his Zoom from myself. Um, so
That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
um,
There is some
I think
technical
he's
issues.
doing
Go
it on
ahead.
purpose too. So
Okay.
okay. Another thing is that work fills up the available time that you give it. So like if it's a really close to a deadline, you tend to be able to finish your work a lot faster because there's a definite time limit that you need to adhere to. So if you make these fake time limits for anything, like even if it's way before the due date, then this will help you actually complete your work a lot faster. Because when I tend to not do this, it will take me forever to do one simple thing because I have so much available time to do it. Another thing is that you need to focus on memorizing instead of, I mean, you need to focus on understanding instead of memorizing everything, because if you don't understand how something works, then it will be really hard to apply it to different concepts. If there's a different way that it's presented on like an examination or assignment, you won't know how to write about it effectively. If you rather than if you actually understand how it works, this will happen a lot quicker and it will be a lot easier to do. Another thing is the 2-minute rule. I know this was talked about by one of the speakers earlier. It will basically, if there's something you can do within 2 minutes, then you should just do it now. So like whether that be just writing your name on the top of an assignment or just looking it over before you start it, so you have an idea of what you're doing. This will also help make it easier for you to actually start it later on, because a lot of times I find it hard to start things because I'm afraid of the unknown. So if you actually take the time to look it over, it'll help you have it in the back of your mind so that you're able to think about it passively throughout the day. And then when you actually sit down to do it, you might actually have ideas about it later on. These are all of the things that I thought were helpful for me when I was studying in school, and I hope to apply them more in university as well. I know it'll be especially more important because I have to prioritize a lot more and I'll have a lot less time to actually do things other than study. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Madhu, super. You did it really nice. You said you took many examples, why that is important, right? You also took one example of a speaker that he said about 2 minutes rule. And also you said why, how should my goals should be set, right? How should I set my time limits to achieve the goal? So you presented it very well. Uh, Remember, as a speaker, if you are presenting it to 1,000 people, there will be at least one or two people who will be trying to distract you. And I think what's happening to you now at home is a good practice for you. because if something like that happens which is not making you feel comfortable, you are supposed to ignore that. You are supposed to continue with your speaking, because there will be many distractors in during public speaking. They might show some expressions that they are not interested. They might show something which makes you feel embarrassing. So but I advise that just take this as a good experience for you, because um, many very less people get such opportunities as Rohan is doing to you. So never ever tell him that why did you do that after this call. Okay, just thank him for giving him for creating such a scenario for you. So you are improving a lot. I am seeing like uh, you presented very neatly. I think you almost took very close to 5 minutes. um, Conclusion, you could have still made ended with one more quote, and you could have said that why goal setting plays a major role in your life. If you had concluded that with one punch, with something which is very impressive, it would have been like really really good. um, Meena ma'am, you can just present whatever you can do now rather than doing it tomorrow. That's okay, even if you talk for few minutes. Okay.
Shekhar sir.
Hi, happy evening, all of you. Happy evening, Bhargav Madam Garu. Happy evening, Lakshman sir, and all my dear participants. A very happy evening to you all. Somebody from India, happy morning. Hello, madam.
Yes, sir. Today's output is goal setting, sir. Study or
Okay.
career goals. So can you talk, sir?
Acha, you want me to talk? Give me 2
Yeah,
minutes, madam. I will turn on my camera and then talk.
sure.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
Maybe you can take somebody in this gap. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah.
come
I'm
back.
just sure, sir. Meena madam, is it possible? That's okay, even if you, you know. Okay. So I'm seeing like there is a lot of improvement, but next output session, I'm not sure. I will talk. There'll be some more output sessions coming up, and we might give you some topics with content to be presented also. So it depends on the day. So I would advise all of you to just go ahead and see the session you have attended on content preparation, and you might need to prepare a slide, and you might need to present it also during your output session. And another thing is the time will be same. It might be 3 to 5 minutes. So as it happened today, I would have said okay, prepare for 5 minutes, but the time allocated might be only 3 minutes. So accordingly have your slides, and just have your content expanded or contracted based on the time given to you. So just be prepared for such output sessions also in future, because listening to theory is yes required, but applying all those aspects what you have read as a session comes into picture here. I also advise all of you to have some sort of creative thinking, right? Always be creative in what you're doing, whether it is in your personal work, or whether it is in your hobby, or whether it is in your study. So think little different than what others think and present it so that it will add value to you. That is where everybody makes a difference. So if you are very clear with this, you are very clear about what you want to present, there is nothing, no, there is no difficulty except for you having some stage frights initially. But as you present, as you keep presenting, you volunteer and do things, everything will become normal, and all your fears will be like, will come out, and it will be like eradicated, so it will wash away. So this step, everything, whatever you want to achieve, it should start from you, from within you only. Nobody else can push you. Remember that anybody can take a horse only till the river. It is up to the horse to drink the water in the river or to reject the water in the river. So just have this in mind. This is a very important